Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Phoenix Trading Strategies. Today is Friday, October 7, 2016. It is the jobs report non-farm payroll, one of the most exciting days in the market. By far, the one that really makes everyone excited. The adrenaline rush in the market is hot tonight, or today. It is 8:12 a.m. Eastern Time. So welcome to Phoenix Trading Strategies. Before we continue, let's go to the disclaimer. And disclaimer. Future stocks and spot currency trading have large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risk and be willing to accept them in order to invest in future stocks and forex markets. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This presentation is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy, sell future stocks or forex, nor representation is being made that any account will always likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on this website, or presentation. Past performance of indicators or methodology are not necessarily indicative of future results. Being that said and done, today is NFP. Hopefully NFP will favor us. We're looking at unemployment change, unemployment rate, average hourly earnings for the U.S., NFP. So it's going to come hard and heavy. I don't know. Based on the numbers and based on what I see right now, it can, I look at gold and silver as a catalyst, and right now silver is to the upside. I actually like silver long right now. Everything is indicative that everything is going to stay long. Even though this looks like it's coming down, we still have bullish volume here, and we had nice systematic volume divergence from here all the way up, and so it seems and looks still clean in that regard. If we look at the other currencies, everything started to move pretty aggressively already. If we look at gold, gold is in that position as well. This is gold right here, and you can see how it started to already go long from here. It didn't react yesterday, but right now, from where it's trading, it looks fairly good to the upside. Looks like we're going to have dollar weakness. If this candle comes above the 50 moving average, which looks like it will, then everything looks at that point pretty bullish. If we look at the euro is already beginning to rally to the upside. The British pound took a hit yesterday, and it was hard and heavy. No mercy. Look at this. So everything is indicating up right now. I'd like to say down, but to me, everything looks up. If we look at, one that's really more transparent than these is actually the US yen. For some reason, the US yen is always one that really just sets the tone sometimes. So we'll see. I don't know what the numbers are going to be, but everything is indicating at this point that they're not going to be kind about it. Let's go over here. Come over here. See here, for instance, put this for the time being. I'm using this indicator, which is not a new volume indicator. That was created by friends of mine. It's indicating gold up, and this is on the 5-minute. On the 15-minute, it's the same thing. Nothing really changes. So it's still really. So everything is indicating at this point up on the metals. And see, normally what happens is that you get 2 to 3 waves of positive frequency. This is the third one, and they're right on the edge, right here, making this price point that price point which will determine whether they live or die, as they say. So right now I'm pretty bullish again. I'm actually bearish against the dollar. Everything looks bullish to me at this point. This is the yen here, and you can see how they've already began their frequency of bearish volume here. Now when we look at ours, which will come out in a second, bear with, you can see basically how the dollar here is starting to weaken, on the FX radar, and we're seeing yen strength. Now, everything has been indicating short here, and here, we're in the third stage. So basically from this point right here, this candle, so from this point, this is where we categorize everything below this short and everything above this long. So long as they don't go below, so long as they maintain themselves below 103.70, I think we're good. That's what it seems to be at this point. Let's take a look here. Yeah, see here, for instance, you had bearish volume, and this one, in order to validate, must break above 103.71, which is exactly what we were talking about, 103.70. So if it maintains itself there, then we should see this thing come back down like a stone. Normally I don't like to go into the smaller time frames, but I should have removed the indicators. At this point, I feel very, very comfortable. See, this is gold, and gold and silver are usually the catalysts. See, look, it's starting to set up to go long from here. And if we look at silver, this is silver. You can see that they've already, from this point, hold on, from this bar right here. So from this point, anything above it is bullish. Anything below is bearish. So this is a very key factor right here with 1735. So long as they stay above that price point, we should be good. At least that's what everything is indicating right now. This could be just a retest of it. I never really trust what they have to say right before the market report, because it can go both ways. But at least we know that any pullback here would be minor if it maintains itself above this level. And that's what we're looking for at this point. We're looking for that, because everything on the higher time frames indicates that this is going to be a real bloodbath. Yeah, see even right here, there was a pivot here, and they haven't broken this pivot, and this is 103.75. So it's one of those we'll have to see. It's like I said, I've looked at it in the higher time frames, and it looks fairly see how they're not breaking above and they're starting to pull back. That's an indication that this trade is pretty much going to go short. And you also see it here in this candle. Even, it's a bearish candle. It's a bullish candle with bearish volume. This one was bearish, and even though this one is bullish, it's starting to pull back. It's not moving forward to the upside. That's a strong indication right there. They'll usually do a 3-4 candle move. Let's see if we're right. Let's remove some of these indicators so we can move fairly quickly. No buy, hold, sell trade recommendations. Let's see. Yeah, everything is still indicative here of that. This one is still holding to the upside. Nothing's set yet to come down. So at this point, we'll wait 2 minutes and then we'll see where they're at. They're always very tricky. Non-farm payroll is always very, very unique. It's a kind word, unique. I think we've all been looking for that. Whoa, see, look at that. I mean, they're really, really pressing it. They know something that we don't. Let's take a look at the euro real quickly. Yeah, see, this one's trading right at the 100 right now. As long as it maintains itself there, we should be good. You see, the New Zealand is always an interesting one. Where do I have it? Here we go. Yeah, see, this one's already long as well. Go back. Yeah, see, they're holding on gold, on silver right here. And this is indicating long on silver. So it'll be interesting, I have to admit. Let's see, the yen still to the downside. All right, let's take a look at the CAD. This one's always interesting. Power nuts to the upside on the dollar, huh? But there's a trend stop right here and a pivot. This one's not set in stone yet. Yeah, see, this came down to retest. Gold came down to retest, but it's not breaking below. Everything indicates up. Same with silver. I like silver long, actually. Even though it did come down to retest. And let's go to the currencies. They must know something that we don't. Because I like long against the dollar. We'll see. We will see. And the yen most definitely short. I see how they came up, retested right off the trend stop, and then came down. And they're trading right below the 100 moving average here. The 200. The gray is the 100. This is the 50. They're trading right below. They haven't been able to break above this. So long, it looks very favorable in that regard. Let's see that US CAD. Oh, I don't know about that one. That one could be, based on their numbers, could be thrown off. So even the Australian dollar, it's trading right off the trend dots right here. Everything is indicating long. Regardless of this, they've come down once, twice, and this would be the third, of course. And I don't think that they're going to make that move. Let's take a look at the Swiss. Oh, that one looks really nice to the downside, actually. More favorable than most. We'll leave it on the yen. The yen is usually the one that really mobilizes. We got 3 minutes. Let's see what these 3 minutes give us right now. I'll move this over. Yeah, see, look at silver. Silver is usually the catalyst for this thing. But look at what they've done on this one. See how they came down, they're back right up. That's usually a very strong indication of what's going to play. Two minutes left. Let's check out that euro. Oh yeah, even gold's making the move. Getting back on track. Yeah, so long as gold and silver make that move up, we're good. There it is. Let's see how they hold. It will most definitely be extremely interesting. One minute left. Don't know about those jobs reports. And there it is. We call that flawless. And we'll let that one run. And there goes the euro. And the pound dollar. U.S. September payrolls rise 156. Jobless rate climbs to 5%. And let's take a look at gold. Oh my. Now, if ever there was something to really think about, that would be the one. And let's take a look at silver. Yep, that did it. I told you, silver and gold are the catalyst. If those two bad boys are bullish, everything else is in play as well. See that yen? Wow. Wow. I really don't like the way this trade has came down, come up. I'm like, whoa. See, the numbers weren't that strong because 156 in comparison to what they were expecting was 151. So let's do this. Let's hit the numbers. Give it a second. Let's take a look at this. See, that's not good. And this is bad. Unemployment rate going up is really, really bad. They were expecting 171. They got negative 156. Payrolls, no. Payrolls in the U.S. rise. So this isn't a negative number. It was positive, but it was negative because they were expecting a better number. The Canadians had good numbers. Let's take a look at that. And now at this point, it's really just a matter of just letting these trades play out. Nothing more to do except sit back, relax, don't touch anything, just let them kick themselves in the head, because they're going to kick themselves quite a bit. And you're going to be very, very happy with the results. We're up $7.20, $7 on gold. On silver, we're up a few cents. We went from 1737 to 1751. Not bad, and it still has to move. I mean, we still have quite a bit. The euro's a little weird, it didn't want to move much. It's like they didn't really want to pop and go long, but they went long. And so at this point, we'll stay long. We're not going to change anything because the numbers weren't that great. See, the pound dollar here didn't do much, came up. It's like they want to take it down, but they've been hesitating quite a bit. Let's take a look at that yen. Same with this yen. It's like complete indecision on their part. Let's take a look at that CAD. We didn't get on that one. I didn't like it. But look at how this one came down like a stone. Wow. And they hit the trend stop right on the money, right on the pivot, and boom. Let's take a look at gold again. Boy, they are being real treacherous about this right now. They're flipping everything. Or they're attempting to. We're going to have to exit some of these trades from the looks of it. Maybe not yet. See, well, everything looks like it's still rebalancing. So long as gold and silver maintain their tone, we should be fine. Most of these will correct themselves. Or maybe that this NFP will just be one that will be just stale, and there will be hardly no movement. Because this thing should not have come down at all. And based on gold and silver, this thing will come back up. So anyone that went short, I don't think they're going to get the result that they were looking for. But I don't think we're going to see a very, how can I say this? A very giving NFP based on what we're seeing. It seems like they're just not going to do much. It wasn't the number that they were expecting. See, the British pound came back on track. The US yen is coming back on track. We're down 10 pips, which is nothing. I'm not too concerned about this one as much as I am This one, they could be just coming up to retest and then come right back down. See, the Swissy is here. Again, came down, came back up. But everything is indicating still short. And again, we're basing this off of what the metals are doing, because the banks are manipulating gold and silver. So long as gold and silver maintain a bullish tone, everything else will correct itself. That's pretty much it, gentlemen. Don't really have much else to share. Hold on, I gotta do something real quickly. Don't go away. Let me stop the recording for a second. Yeah, see, look at this. Look at silver. I mean, silver gave us the indication of the weakening of the dollar across the board, and gold. Just that silver was more notorious about it. And as for gold, well, you can see basically it's a $7 move so far, $7.60, no, $8 move, $8.20, $8.50, and rising. They're still holding. The euro right now, we're up 21 pips. And the pound dollar is getting ready to pop, just up 26 pips. It's getting ready. I think it'll come up to 125.23. It should recover. In the worst case scenario, best case scenario will be 124.46. Worst case scenario for the dollar comes up to 125.27. And that's a very big move. Huge move. See here, yeah, we're on the right trail. We're on the right track. So gentlemen, that's all I have for you. For those of you that are interested, that don't have the software, well, this would be a good moment to give me a call. For those of you that have questions on that MT4 volume indicator, this would be a good moment to email me and give me a call. So this is my email, ricardo@phoenixtradingstrategies.com, and my telephone number is 818-431-1357. And so as you can see, these trades continue, and the one that really just made it all the way, I mean, look at silver. What a gift from heaven. Remember, it popped all the way up here. We're right back all the way where it came to. So that was a phenomenal move on silver. As for gold, the same thing. It wasn't a big move. It didn't come all the way up. It came up to 1265. So we're $4 away. I think it'll reach. And if it does, then we'll do very well. I don't think that we're going to have tremendous moves again. The euro is one that's just held back. I mean, they've really outdone themselves to hold these trades back, to be honest with you. These things should have popped through the roof. They've done us a complete injustice. Miserable banks. The U.S. Swissy should have just broken the floor. And look, came down, came up. They did do a mean reversion trade right to the mean, but it's not doing anything more than that at this point. So again, I think it's just a matter of waiting out some of these trades. You should be good. So we're going to keep this session short. I want to thank you very much for joining us here at Phoenix Trading Strategies. As you can see, we basically booked over, let's see, the equivalent of 1,400 between gold and silver, and the equivalent of about another 70 pips on the other 4 pairs. And that's all she wrote, gentlemen. I want to thank you very much for joining us today at Phoenix Trading Strategies, and have a great weekend. And I might see you Monday. I think I will see you Monday morning. Yeah, Monday morning we'll be here. So thank you. Have a great day. Have a great weekend, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.